how you doing? I'm Greg Musgrove. I'm Assistant Principal, Athletic Director here at East Paulding High School. Proud to be a Raider. About 4 weeks ago, I was at work, rubbed my hand down my thigh, felt a little lump. Luckily, my wife is a lot more concerned about my medical issues than I am, so she sent me to the doctor. Doctor thought it was a thing called a lipoma, but it was deeper in the tissue than a normal lipoma, so he said, well, let's just take an MRI to be on the safe side. So we go get the MRI done, and the first MRI, they said, well, unfortunately, it's not a lipoma. We're a little concerned about it. We want to send you to a orthopedic surgeon. So I go to the orthopedic surgeon. The orthopedic surgeon says, well, I don't know what it is right now. I need more tests. So he sends me for another MRI. So I go get that MRI, and then those results come back. And unfortunately, the radiologist had wrote that it was worrisome for cancer. The reason is because it looked as though it had a blood source. And, so that concerned him. So he then set me up with a soft tumor specialist. What I've come to find out is there's actually only 2 soft tissue tumor specialists in the state of Georgia. It's a very rare form of cancer. God intervened, got me an earlier appointment. I got in last week. The doctor diagnosed it. He says it has all the characteristics of something called a myxoma, which is a benign tumor. Well, he got me in surgery last week, last Wednesday, and took it out. Still feels it's the myxoma. Just waiting on the pathology report to confirm that. The starting of where God's just been incredible about this. I had my surgery a day prior than what I was supposed to have my original appointment, and I just can't give nothing but God the glory for that, because He knew that it was my human part of me was going to go crazy not knowing these things, and He got me in and got me surgery before I even originally had an appointment. My original appointment was last Thursday. I had surgery last Wednesday. Prior to this issue, I got saved at an early age. I always believed God's word and believed it was true. But through college, really fell away from God. When I got married and had kids, I had this longing that, okay, you're the man of the house and you need to raise your children godly. And so, I got back and I was going to church, serving in the church, tithing, But when I left church on Sunday afternoons, that was all my church. That was it. There was nothing else to my walk with Christ. I had gotten in what I refer to as my comfort zone, my Christian comfort zone. I had my little checklist, So I'm good. I'm good, God. I'm giving you all this. But like I said, the thing that was missing was my personal relationship with Christ. On Sundays, that was it. I didn't read my Bible. I didn't pray. I prayed when we blessed our meals, because that was tradition. You blessed your meal. I was living such a lie. Then this happened. There's nothing like staring your own mortality in the face and thinking, what have I done with my life? What am I doing? I would sit in church and I would say, all right, God, yeah, you're right. I'm going to make that commitment. I'm going to give you everything, God. I'm going to witness for you when I get a little older, when I get out of this situation, or when this gets a little more comfortable for me. And to sit there and realize, well, wait a minute. I'm not promised tomorrow. I may have cancer. It could be stage 4. It could be in my bones. It could be in my thyroids. It could be, it could be in my lymph nodes. I could die in a month. How did I worship God? How did I have my relationship with God? How did I treat my wife? And all these things started crashing down on me like a ton of bricks. This was, and there was a but God moment, and I just sat down and I cried and I laid myself out before God and I just said, Lord, just give me a chance. Give me a chance to redeem myself and be the man you have intended me to be. because there's nothing that can describe the amount of guilt you feel for putting God off all the time, and it taking a situation like this to make you come back to God, you know. So the situations come, and you know, I just laid myself out before God, and it's changed all my perspectives. My relationship with my wife, my relationship with my children, you know, most importantly, my personal relationship with God, that He is number one, that I give Him all praise, honor, and glory for everything He's done in my life. You know, and the thing that I just hope that this situation will show to others is that don't wait. Don't wait for your own mortality to stare you in the face, for it's your children's sick, you've lost your job, you are down on your luck, and then you have to cry out to God, God, forgive me. You know, you can do this now. You can live the life God intended right now. You don't have to have a catastrophic situation. The guilt you feel for that is immense. You know, if God's got something on your heart, do it. Whatever it is, respond to God. Listen, open your heart. Don't wait.